Sigma Asia presents a conversation with Joe Pisano, CEO, Jade Entertainment and Gaming.
I founded the company in 2009 here in the Philippines. We are Pan-Asian. We operate both in the land-based space and online with sports betting. We also operate in Sri Lanka with a fantasy cricket product over there. Our focus in the past couple of years has been directed towards technology, and I see our growth in the next few years has been more of a tech company than a pure gaming company. The tech will make up a big part of the gaming products. We're going to see a lot more AI coming into our products. We're going to see a lot of Web3 development coming into the products. So we want to be at the forefront of technology coming into our industry, and also disseminating that tech to other operators in the industry. In my view, I think the pogo ban had to come. The industry was infiltrated by bad actors. They were giving gaming a bad name. Prefer that they're not in our industry. You know, they had set up scam factories. They had set up, girlfriend scams, finance scams, money laundering. It's much better that we don't have them in our industry. I can see our regulated industry here in the Philippines, through good regulation, has continued to grow, and I can see that growing over the next year. Now we see online gaming outperforming land-based gaming here. We can see new products coming into the market. With the latest changes in regulation, we can see some tightening rules around platforms, content, affiliates operating in the market. It's a good direction that PAGCOR's taking, because this will also help stamp out the enablers of illegal gaming in our market. We probably have 150 significant illegal sites in the Philippine market. This is a first step to stamping out those illegals by going after the enablers of those illegal sites. Well, because if we look at the integrated resorts here in the Philippines, they nearly all now have their online offering. It's a good thing for the land-based properties. That bridge between land and online, it provides the land-based operator as a very good marketing tool for the land. Having it now gives them nationwide coverage, so someone in Mindanao can look at a local integrated resort and say, well, when I can play in Mindanao, but when I go to Manila, I can go to the same brand in Manila. A study at Caesars, after they went online, their land-based revenue actually jumped 20% because there was more brand awareness. At the moment, there is a correction where online is growing at a fast pace. That'll start to level off. People still want to go to Integrated resorts, integrated, there's a lot more than just slot machines and tables. You've been to the ones here in Manila. There's also that, sense of community, somewhere where you want to go with your friends. But you want to be able to play those games, whether it's in property or online. Now the integrated resorts are now working with content providers, KYC providers, AML software providers, platform providers, even influencers, to grow that sector of their business. When we look at it, you say, well, land-based has gone down and online has gone up. But the bottom line for that company is much higher. You haven't just taken away that revenue. It's now, instead of all being here, it's split, but it's grown their bottom line. So, well, at the moment, Philippines is the only regulated market for both land and online. If we look at Sri Lanka, their bill is already gazetted. It will go to Parliament in about 3 weeks, forming the gaming commission there. And that's for both land-based, online, domestic and offshore. And that's a very good move for the industry in Sri Lanka. And it'll also help promote tourism. Tourism's their biggest contributor to the economy in Sri Lanka. It'll also bring in integrated resorts. We can see that City of Dreams, Colombo, opens around August this year. We know other integrated resorts will also move into that market. So it brings in much needed foreign exchange into the country and tourism to the country. Thailand, I think there's a press conference today talking about the next steps for Thailand. I believe that they will probably go with land-based first, and once land-based is established, they will go with online as well in that market. There has been discussions in Malaysia for quite some time. Ministry of Communications has been looking at online there for some time. Also in Vietnam, the Ministry of Planning, they're looking at upgrading their sports betting. At the moment, it's limited and very restrictive. It is a very big sports betting market, and we hope to see some changes in that market. Other markets, India, the federal government will probably legislate that gaming is under the control of the states, and we'll see probably a US model there, where each state will be, and the Australian model is the same, where it's controlled by the state, which will be a very good thing. There's a lot of states in India, huge population in each state. We can see by skill-based games, the appetite for gaming in that market. Esports is very big. Rummy is very big. Poker is big. Companies like Dream 11, I think they have 500 million daily players now. And it's probably one of the biggest gaming companies in the world. And a lot of people don't know them. Indonesia, I don't see any change there. Not in the near future, and probably not in the next 10 years. Pakistan is also a very big gaming market, but it's grey-black. Bangladesh is a very big gaming market. East Timor, you know, I put it in the same category as Vanuatu. And let's not forget, licensing online is only part of it. Mm-hmm. You also need the banking capability, because online gaming without regulated banking is pretty much useless. That's why Isle of Man remains sort of the gold standard. Malta also, because you have the support of the banking industry together with very good regulation. So, you know, here in the Philippines, we also have the government supporting gaming, and also financial institutions supporting. You know, just outside alone, we have 28 local payment methods to come into our site. And they're now also regulated by PACCOR, so there's licensing involved there. This current PACCOR has been the most proactive, and I've been here 37 years and dealt with quite a lot of PACCOR over 37 years, and this has been the most proactive PACCOR since inception, over 40 years. We will, there is a will to privatize and have the separation of PACCOR operations and the PACCOR as a operator and a regulator. And I hope during this term of government that they're able to achieve that and either sell off or license their existing casinos, and they also have slot clubs. PACCOR is under a congressional franchise, so there's many laws they have to change in order to make that happen. And it also needs to be the will of the Congress of the Philippines. And I'm sure the president would like to see the separation, and maybe form the Philippine Gaming Commission under maybe the Ministry of Finance or wherever that should be housed, and then have PACCOR either sell off their licenses to those operations, because they don't actually own the properties, so they can't sell the properties, but they can sell off the licenses to those properties, or they could list as a public company PACCOR or Casino Filipino, the same way the government many years ago done with Petron. Petron was a government petroleum company. When they privatized, they actually listed. So, and that maintains the operation. It maintains a lot of their staff. It maintains the retirement fund of the employees. So there's a couple of ways they can do it. There'd be a lot smarter people than me that would be able to advise them on that.